Well, hi again, everybody, and looks like all's going to be right in the world here finally for the Mets as we go into this game with a this afternoon game. We're about, what, 6.5, I think, behind Los Angeles, maybe 7.5. Still in second place in the National League, and our players are a little bit more rested. Here comes Sid Fernandez, who's been cold. Facing Felipe Alou, there's a ball low and outside, 1-0 the count. Ground ball over to second. It's going to be Tuffle throwing to first, 1 away. Harvey Keene comes up now, hitting second. He's been cold, and he takes a strike, 0-1. There's a ball outside, so it's 1-1. Hit over to right. That's going to fall in front of Strawberry for a base hit. That brings up Willie Mays. We'll see if we can get Mays to be induced into hitting into a double play. And he instead pops one over to the right side. That's going to be out of play. 0-1 the count now on Willie. Hit over to right. Strawberry running after that one. He's got it for the out. 2 away, and that brings up the other Willie McCovey. Or I'm sorry, no, it's Orlando Cepeda. Kind of a strange lineup here by the Giants, but no, they're resting McCovey. There's a ball outside to Cepeda. And a ball high, 2-0. Ground ball over to short. Santana knocks that one down, but has no play on it. That'll be an infield single for Cepeda, and there are runners now on first and second for the Giants. And it will be Tom Haller. Takes the ball low and inside, 1-0. Another ball low, 2-0. Hit over to right, deep, but Strawberry's there for the out. Makes the catch, and that does it for the Giants. We go to the bottom of the first inning, and there's no score. Here is Lenny Dykstra. So 2 hits for the Giants. The Mets continuing to give up hits like it's going out of style. There's a strike a little bit inside to Dykstra, 0-1. And a ball low. Billy Pierce on the mound for San Francisco, 4-4 record, 4.29 ERA. You think that would bode well for us, but maybe not. There's a foul away, 1-2. And that's inside, 2-2 the count. High, full count now on Lenny. And this is blasted over to left center field. That's going to be a double. That goes in between Keene and Mays, and Lenny is in at second base, slides in before there's any throw. 16th double of the season for Dykstra. That'll bring up Mookie Wilson. So runner on at second base. Nobody out here for the Mets. Here comes Mookie. And he takes a strike from Pierce, 0-1. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. And that's a line drive back to Pierce. Good catch, and he has no play at second on Dykstra. He gets back to the bag in time. 1 away. Here comes Hernandez. There's a little ground ball that dies in the infield. Pierce's throw to first is in time. Dykstra goes to third. 2 away. Here comes Strawberry. There's a strike, 0-1. And a ball high, 1-1 now to Darrow. Fouled away, it's 1-2. Swing and a miss, and down he goes. So we go now to the top of the second inning. And there's no score here in this ball game. Here comes Jim Davenport, who's now hitting 6. Davenport hits well against us. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Swing and a miss on that one, 0-2. Good pitch by Fernandez. And that fastball missed somehow, just a little bit high, I guess. 1-2. Hit over to left, but Mookie's there. He makes the catch. There's 1 away. Here comes Chuck Hiller. There's a ball outside. 1-0 on Chuck. Up the middle. Good play, though, by Santana on to first. There's 2 away. Here's Jose Pagan. And Jose fouls 1 away, 0-1. There's a strike outside corner. 0-2, and that's high, 1-2. It was very high, that just barely missed the zone. Fouled away again. Remains 1-2. Foul to the other side. Swing and a miss, and down he goes. So Fernandez recovers, and there's no score for the Giants in the top of the second. We go now to the bottom of the second inning. It'll be Gary Carter leading this off for the Mets. Carter did pitch hit and had a RBI, or a base hit yesterday. And that's a deep to left, and that baby's gone. Carter gets his 10th home run of the season. 1-0 Mets. So, hey, maybe we do have something going on here. Here comes Ray Knight. We can't be too upset about losing to San Francisco and Los Angeles, 2 best teams in the league. There's a ball tonight. There's a ground ball now over to second. Good play there by Hiller, throws to first, and there's 1 away. Here comes Santana. 1 away. Rafael takes a strike, curveball, 0-1. And there's a ball high. 1-1 the count on Raphael. And that's low. It's 2-1. Popped up. Trio of defensive players after this one. It'll be the second baseman Hiller making the catch. 2 away, and here comes Tim Tuffle. Tuffle hitting .218, 2 home runs, 8 driven in, and he takes the ball low. 1-0. That's high, kind of. 2-0. I guess that was inside. This is wrapped over to right center field, but Mays is fast. He goes over and grabs that for the out. And that sends us to the top of the 3rd inning. It's 1-0 Mets, and here comes Billy Pierce. The pitcher takes the ball, a little bit high, 1-0. Then hits a fly ball over to left field. That'll be easy there for Wilson. It's in foul territory, though, and it ends up out of play. 1-1. Swing and a miss, it's 1-2.
Strike 3.
And there's a changeup in the outside corner for strike 3. 79 miles an hour on that pitch. That's the second strikeout for Fernandez. That'll bring up Alou. The ball low to Alou, 1-0. And the ball inside, 2-0 the count. This is blasted over to left center field. Kind of hard to see where that was because the shadow disappeared. Alou gets over to second base with the double. The shadow disappeared as soon as it was over Santana, so more graphical glitches. That'll bring up Harvey Keene. He takes the ball low, 1-0. And then fouls one off on the right side. 1-1 the count. Popped up, and it's going to be Hernandez running over to make that catch, and he's got it, 2 away. That'll bring up Willie Mays. Runner on at second base, 2 outs, and he hits a ground ball over to third. Knight fields it, throws to first for the out. And that does it. So we go now to the bottom of the 3rd inning, and it's a 1-0 lead for the Mets. Here comes Sid Fernandez, the pitcher. He's got a home run. He takes the ball low, 1-0. And there's a fastball inside, 2-0. Not sure how those pitches are missing. Swing and a miss. It's 2-1. And a swing and a miss, 2-2. And that's outside, so it's a full count. Good job by Fernandez making him throw those pitches. There's a little pop-up over to center. That'll be easy for Mays. 1 away. 1 away, here comes Dykstra. And there's a ball low, 1-0. That's fouled away, 1-1 the count. That's low, 2-1 the count now on Lenny. That's hit over to left center field. Mays again will make the catch for the out, 2 away. And up comes Mookie Wilson. There's a strike, good curveball to Mookie, 0-1. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. And down he goes, strike 3. So the Mets have nothing to show for that inning. We go to the top of the 4th inning. It's still a 1-0 lead for the Mets. Here's Orlando Cepeda. He takes a strike, 0-1 the count on Orlando. Swing and a miss, it's 0-2. And there's a ball high, 1-2 now. Swing and a miss, down he goes. That wasn't even close to being a strike, so Fernandez gets him to offer. 3rd strikeout for Fernandez, and that'll bring up Haller. He takes the ball high. Tom Haller hitting .200, the catcher. There's a strike to him, 1-1. And there's a ball low, 2-1 the count. Low and inside, it's 3-1. That's fouled away, so it'll be a full count now on Haller. And he swings and misses at that one. That was way off the plate. 2nd strikeout of the inning for Fernandez. That'll bring up Jim Davenport. He takes a strike on the inside corner, 0-1. This is muscle over to right field. It'll hold up, though, for Strawberry, and he makes the catch for the out. And so we go now to the bottom of the 4th inning. Mets still with that precarious 1-0 lead. Here comes Keith Hernandez. There's a fastball in there for a strike. Hernandez also 0 for 1 today. That's hit long way foul down the right field line. It's 0-2. Fouled away again. 0-2 it remains. That's blasted up the middle. That'll be a base hit for Hernandez. So Keith gets the single, and that'll bring up Darryl Strawberry with the runner on at first base. Strawberry fouls one away, 0-1. It's a little fly ball over to left field, and it's going to be caught out there by Keene for the first out. 1 away, here comes Gary Carter. Carter had that home run. 10th of the season. He takes the ball outside, 1-0. That's low, 2-0 on Gary. Swung on that and hit that one foul. Long way foul, but foul nonetheless. 2-1. Inside, it's 3-1. And there's a changer for a strike. Full count on Gary. Little ground ball over to short, and Pagan throws to first. Fernandez goes to second. There's 2 away, and here comes Ray Knight. Knight takes the ball low, 1-0. Outside, 2-0 on Ray. There's a strike. It was in the same place, 2-1. Hit over to the right side, but foul. It's 2-2 now on Ray. That's inside, full count on Knight. And that's strike 3 called. Not sure where that pitch was. That looked like it was the same place that those balls were called. We go to the top of the 5th inning now, and the Mets still with a 1-0 lead. Up comes Chuck Hiller. And he takes a ball, 1-0. I guess that was high. There's a strike. 1-1 now to Chuck. Ground ball to first, and Hernandez fields it and goes to the bag, 1 away. Here's Jose Pagan. He takes the ball outside, 1-0 to him. This is fisted over to left, and it'll be in front of Wilson for a base hit. That brings Billy Pierce. So the pitcher comes up, and how many times have we seen this happen? We know he's going to bunt. So you know the computer will always bunt with the pitcher in OOTP. There's a ball inside, 1-0. They were bunting with the pitcher up 9-0 yesterday. There's a bunt foul, and a bunt back to pitcher Fernandez, who goes to first with it. He had a play at second, didn't turn around. 2 away, here's Alou with a runner on at second, and he takes a strike, 0-1. Fouled away, it's 0-2 now on Felipe. That misses high, 1-2 the count. Popped up to center, and this should be pretty easy, and it's going to be Dykstra making the catch for the out. And so with that, we go to the bottom of the 5th inning, and the Mets still with a 1-0 lead thanks to Carter's home run. Here comes Santana. Santana is still cold as he takes a strike, it's 0-1. Hit over to the left side, but that's going to be playable, I think. No, just out of play. 0-2 now in Rafael. There's a ball outside. 1-2 the count. Fouled away. It remains 1-2. That's low. 2-2. Ground ball first base side, and Cepeda has that, goes to the bag. 1 away. Here's Tim Tuffle. Tuffle takes a strike. 0-1. It's hit over in the air to the left side. That's drifting out of play, and it will be out of play. I tell you, the animation took about 10 days to finish. 0-2, and this is hit foul to the right side. This is also going to be out of play. You know from how it's hit. 0-2. It's easy to memorize. Outside. 1-2 now on Tim. And that's inside. Sorry, 2-2. And that's outside. Full count now on Tuffle. Hit over to left, but it's a sprawling play by Keane for the out, 2 away, and that'll bring up Fernandez. Fernandez swings and misses, 0-1. This is hit over to right field. It's going to be a fair ball in the corner. That should be an easy double for Sid, and he pulls into second with the double. So double for Sid Fernandez, and that's the 4th hit of the game for the Mets. That'll bring up Lenny Dykstra. And Dykstra takes a strike in the outside corner, and a ball low. 1-1 the count. Ground ball up the middle, but not quite good enough. Good play over there by the second baseman. It was, who's over there? Hiller, who makes that play. Throws to first for the out. And we'll go to the top of the 6th inning. And it's still a 1-0. There we go. Still a 1-0 lead for the Mets. Here's Harvey Keane. And this is a little foul ball to the left side. Knight can't get there in time. 0-1. Pop up over to the right side, and going back on this is Backman, and he makes the catch for the out. I'm sorry, Tuffle, 1 away. Here comes Billy Mays. 1-0 lead, and Mays takes the ball low and outside from Fernandez. Then a ball low, 2-0. There's a strike, 2-1. Blast to the left, but Wilson going back on that one has it for the out, 2 away. Orlando Cepeda now. Swing and a miss of the changeup, 0-1. There's a curve inside, 1-1 the count. Fouled away, it's 1-2. Blasted to right, but that's foul. 1-2 the count. That's high, 2-2. Low, full count now on Cepeda. And they lost him, so that's going to be a walk. That brings up Tom Haller. 2 outs, and the first pitch to Tom is outside, 1-0, and there's a strike now, 1-1. Outside with a fastball, 2-1. 76 pitches now for Fernandez. There's a swing and a miss, it's 2-2. The ball low, full count now on Tom. He fouls one away. Swing and a miss, and so Sid got him. And we'll go to the bottom of the 6th inning. The Mets still holding on to that 1-0 lead. This will bring up Mookie Wilson. Boy, this game's a lot faster when there's not a lot of runs. There's the ball low to Mookie, 1-0. And he hits this over to left. That's going to be a base hit, and that's another one of those frustrating animations. So Wilson reaches base, and that brings up Keith. And there goes Mookie, and he's got this one stolen easily. His 14th steal of the season. And so now Mookie in scoring position for Hernandez, who has a 1-0 count on him. 345 Keith is hitting, 2-0 now the count. He has 40 men driven in. There's a fastball outside, it's 3-0. And a strike, 3-1. Another strike to him, 3-2, and that is high, ball 4. So Fernandez walks again. Pierce has now walked 20 batters, and that'll bring up Darryl Strawberry. Runners on at first and second, nobody out, and there is this ball inside, 1-0. And a curve for a strike, 1-1. That's low, 2-1 the count. And there's a pitch in there for a strike, 2-2.
Strike 3.
And a swung on a miss by Darryl, and he goes down yet again. 1 away. Runners on at first and second now for Carter. Takes the strike outside. And a ball low, 1-1. Mighty swing on that one. Fouled it up behind him. That's out of play. 1-2. It's hit over to right field. It's going to be an easy play there for Alou. 2 away, and that'll bring up Ray Knight. And there's a strike to the knees, 0-1. Blast to the right, deep, but not deep enough. Alou has that for the out. And so we go to the top of the 7th inning now, and it is still a 1-0 lead for the Mets. Up comes Jim Davenport against Sid Fernandez. Starting to rain now, it's telling me. Wind has been blowing in, which is part of the problem for the hitters. There's a strike to Davenport, 0-1. And this is hit over to right field. Diving is Strawberry, and he makes the catch for the out, 1 away. Chuck Hiller now. He hits this one over to center. It's going to be Dykstra on his horse grabbing that. 2 away, and here comes Jose Pagan. Pagan takes the strike, 0-1. He's 1 for 2 today, hitting 8th. Little ground ball over to second. Tuffle fields that and goes to first. And that was pretty easy for Fernandez. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's a 1-0 lead still for the Mets. Here comes Santana. Santana has been very cold. Swing and a miss. He's swinging at just about everything now. He's 0 for 2 today, hitting 201. If this keeps up, he's going to be off the starting team. He'll be second to Kevin Mitchell. Ball away, 1-2 now on Santana. And that's low, 2-2. Mets had a couple of guys starting at short over the season as they were trying to figure out a solution for Santana and his weak bat. And as I say that, he hits a line drive to center field in front of Willie Mays for a base hit. So Santana on at first, that'll bring up Tim Tuffle. And looking at this defense, they're playing normally, so we'll bunt. There's a bunt back to the pitcher, but they go to second and get Santana. Good play there by Pierce to react to that bunt, turn around and throw to the shortstop, Pagan covering the bag. So 1 away, and here comes Fernandez. And there goes Tuffle with that pitch inside a ball, and Tuffle has that one stolen, his first stolen base of the season. The runner on his second base now for Fernandez. That gets us out of the double play. Swing and a miss, it's 1-1. Here's the ball low, 2-1 the count. That's called a strike, outside corner, 2-2. Fouled away, it's still 2-2. And that's inside, 3-2, full count now on Fernandez. Ground ball over to third. No way for Tuffle to move up. Davenport throws to first, and there's 2 away. Here now Lenny Dykstra. Dykstra's 1 for 3. Hitting 347 as he takes a ball low. Another ball low, 2-0 the count. And that's inside, ball 3. 3-0. And they call that a strike. A 3-1 the count. Now it's a full count as he fouls one away. And he's popped up. It's going to be the shortstop, Pagan, racing in to grab that one for the out. And we'll go to the top of the 8th inning. The Mets still with a 1-0 lead. Here comes Billy Pierce, and Fernandez staying in there, hoping for another easy inning. They throws the ball low, 1-0 to Pierce. That's fouled away. It's 1-1. Inside for a ball, 2-1. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2 on Pierce. That's a curve that misses inside. Full count. Just fouled away. Full count remaining. And there's strike 3. So 1 gone. Pierce strikes out. 6 strikeout for Fernandez. That'll bring up a loop. Swing and a miss. 0-1. There's a ball low. 1-1 the count. Inside for a ball. It's 2-1. Ground ball foul. Third base line. 2-2. Had to wait on that one because sometimes it looks foul, but it's fair. Blasted to left, and the wind does not hold that one up. So Wilson unable to make a play on that one, and this is a tie ball game. Felipe Alou gets the home run. We are even at 1. He hit that one into the wind. That'll bring up Harvey Keene now. Fernandez is going to stay in there, and Keene hits one over to right field, but Strawberry's there to make the catch. 2 away. Up now is Willie Mays in his danger time. Mays is 0 for 3. He takes a ball low, hitting 293 with a lot of power, of course. There's a changeup low. It's 2-0 to Willie. And there's a strike. 2-1 the count. Hit over the right field, but foul. 2-2. And it's a ground ball over to short. Good play by Santana on the first. And that does it. We go, though, to the bottom of the 8th inning. And this is a 1-1 ball game. And here comes Mookie Wilson. So heart of the order coming up for the Mets. Wilson's 1 for 3, and he takes the ball outside. 1-1. Swing and a miss. It's 1-1. And there's a curveball in there for a strike. 1-2 on Mookie. And that's high. 2-2 the count. Swing and a miss, and down he goes. He's struck out twice today, uncharacteristic of him. 1 away. Here is Hernandez. Takes a strike in the knees from Pierce, 0-1. Fouls 1 away, it's 0-2. Pierce getting up there and pitches, almost 120. Fouled away, it's still 0-2. And that's high, 1-2 the count. Inside, 2-2. Fouled away, it remains 2-2. Nice grounded foul. 2-2 it still is. And that was ball 3, but he fouled that away. And he hits a ground ball over to first. Cepeda fields that and goes to the bag himself. 2 away, and here comes Strawberry. Darrell struck out twice. 0 for 3. And he takes a strike to the knees. 0-1. He struck out 64 times this season. Swing and foul ball. It's 0-2 on Strawberry. Has blasted to right, and that's going to be a base hit. Line drive hit to right field. That'll bring up Carter. So Strawberry, fast runner on at first. Throw to first, but he's back in time. And there he goes with that pitch outside, and it took forever for Haller to throw to second. Strawberry has his 9th steal. So runner on in scoring position. 0-1 the count to Carter, and I thought that was ball. Line drive over to left field. That's going to land in front of Keene, and around comes Strawberry. Here comes the throw, but it's offline. Carter with the 2nd RBI of the game. It's a 2-1 lead now for the Mets, and that'll bring up Ray Knight. And there's a ball away to Knight, 1-0. And he fouls 1 away. 1-1, 2 away here in the bottom of the 8th as the Mets have come up with that run. That's low, 2-1. They're going to call that a balk on Pierce. I'm not quite sure what happened. I'd like an explanation too. So Carter goes over to second, still 2-1. Fouled away is 2-2. Now it's going to be popped up over to the right side. I think it's going to be playable. Yes, it's going to be caught by Haller for the out. And with that, we go to the top of the 9th inning. And it's a 2-1 lead for the Mets, and Fernandez is still in there and still looking good. See if he can get the complete game. There's a strike to Cepeda, 0-1. And that's fouled away. It's 0-2. Swing and a miss. Down he goes. So there's a strikeout again for Fernandez, 7th. That'll bring up Tom Haller. Haller takes the ball low, 1-0. And a strike at the knees, 1-1. Ball low, 2-1 the count. And that's high, 3-1. And that's ball 4, so that's not what Fernandez wanted. That'll bring up Jim Davenport. He's been dangerous against us, and we go to double play depth. There's a strike outside corner, 0-1, and then ball low, 1-1 on Davenport. Blasted over to left. Single in front of Wilson. He throws in to the cutoff man. Runner's now on first and second, and that'll bring up Chuck Hiller. So Hiller, Pagan, and Pierce. We're going to stick with Fernandez as he throws a strike to Chuck. 0-1. There's a ball high and inside. 1-1 the count. Ground ball to, that is past Tuffle. Poor play by Tuffle. There goes the throw from Strawberry home. Tuffle stretched for that one, but couldn't get to it, and that loads him up for Pagan. So Pagan, the right-handed batter, and the question is, should we put Orozco in? I think we do that here with Jesse. Jesse pitched yesterday, but I think we're going to put him into this game and see if he can't clear this out. And this I hate. Of course, I'm putting a pitcher in. I want him to pitch. Ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. So we want the corners to be in, and we'll pitch against Pagan. And he gets a line drive single over to center that lands in front of Dykstra, so the tying run scores. One pitch by Orozco, and he gives up the run. So much for your righty-lefty matchup. That brings up Ed Bailey with 1 out and runners on, the bases loaded, that is, and we'll pull the infield, or the corners in is what we want to do. Try to get a double play and save some space. This is blasted over to right, and Strawberry makes the catch, and he throws home. But is not going to be anywhere near in time, and that makes this a 3-2 lead for the Giants, and Hiller goes to third. So Orozco comes in and gives up 2 runs quickly. Here comes Felipe Alou. Takes the ball low, 1-0. And a strike. 1-1 the count. That's low, 2-1. That's hit over to center. Dykstra is going to grab that for the out, and that'll do it. But the Mets give up 2 in the top of the 9th. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning, and it'll be Gaylord Perry facing, first of all, Santana. We're not going to let Santana hit, and then Tuffle, who will also not be allowed to hit. So we're going to make a couple of changes here. We're actually putting Kevin Mitchell in there for Santana instead of Foster. We'll leave Foster for a little bit later. We're just going to make this easier in case we do score a run. Swing and a miss by Mitchell, 0-1. He's hitting 122, but he's had some key base hits. And this is popped up over to the left side. It's going to be, I think, Davenport making the catch. Yep, 1 away. Up now is Tim Tuffle, who's hitting 207, so he's not going to hit for himself. The pitcher on the mound is a righty, so it'll be Backman coming in. And we'll do a little Davy Johnson action. And there's a ball outside, 1-0 to Backman. Blasted over to left, that's going to be foul, 1-1. And that's low, 2-1 now to Backman. It's hit over to third. Davenport, good play, throws to first, and there's 2 away. That'll bring up Orozco's spot, and so it will be Foster, as we usually do. Mets have, if the Mets lose this game, the Mets certainly have deserved it. It's been a poor performance. And it's frustrating. We'll split the series with San Francisco, and that means we're pretty out of this pennant race. There's a ball outside to Foster, 1-0. And a ball inside, 2-0. And that's hit through the right side forward base hit. That one went straight through Hiller. That'll bring up Dykstra. So Foster comes through with the hit. Here comes Lenny. And he takes the ball inside, 1-0. A ground ball over to second, that'll do it. So the Mets end up losing this one to the Giants, a game that the Mets could have won. 3 runs, 8 hits, no errors for San Francisco. 2 runs, 9 hits, and no errors for the Mets. And it's always frustrating to lose these games late on in the game itself, but that's sort of the way that it works. And that'll be enough for that. I'll talk with you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.